How did Allah open your heart in such a short time? You know, subhanAllah, that's a great question. And the answer is, it wasn't a short time. It was like I was searching desperately for maybe 2 years. I mean, I was really, really searching obsessively for the truth. I mean, it was a really tough time when I was searching, because it's like, for whatever reason, at one point in my life, the question of what is the purpose of life? I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I remember the moment. It's just sort of, it was like something I always pushed to the side. I never thought about, because I was raised Christian, you know. But as I was sort of, you know, coming into my own as an adult and, you know, being independent, I guess I just sort of came to the realization that I haven't really thought about this. And I had already at that point, like I wasn't practicing Christianity. So I was just like, what is the purpose of life? Why are we here? And then I started asking people, and it started freaking me out because no one seemed to know the answer, and people seemed to not care. I'm like, how can you not care? Like, what are we doing here? Like, yeah, subhanAllah. So it was really, you know, so then you want to know the purpose of life, and you're like, well, do we know? Does anyone know? Like, shouldn't this be the number one priority, is understanding why we're here? What happens when we die? And then I searched, you know, I just searched for maybe 2 years until I read the Quran. I mean, I was reading the Bible, I was reading history, I was reading science, I was reading all the different religions, I was taking comparative religion classes. But once I read the Quran, you know, so Allah was preparing me through all of that. I mean, by the time I read the Quran, it was like, I was just, alhamdulillah, it was like Allah did send us guidance. And it's very profound when you think back on it, because it's like all the things that you're going through, the struggles, the tests that you're going through, like you don't know how good those struggles and tests can be for you in this life and in the hereafter. I mean, because me suffering the way that I did, going through that time in my life, I mean, it prepared me for when Allah did guide me. I was so ready for it, and I was so appreciative of it, and I was ready to just like go all in. That's why I was like, I'm changing my name. I'm going to Medina. You know, alhamdulillah.